What's going on, guys? It's Enar here, and what the hell am I doing? Alright, well, I've been recommended to play this game quite a lot, so here we are. We're gonna play some Katawa Shoujo. Alright, I've disabled all the naughty bits, you know what I'm saying? Because can't exactly have that on YouTube, not trying to get banned. Alright, so let's start this, shall we? A light breeze causes the naked branches overhead to rattle like wooden wind chimes. This is a popular retreat for couples in the summer. The deciduous, fuck, I can't pronounce that. Trees provide a beautiful green canopy far out of sight of teachers and fellow students. But now, in late winter, it feels like I'm standing under a pile of kindling. Yo, fuck you, winter's the shit. I breathed into my cupped hands and rubbed them together furiously to prevent them from numbing in this cold. Just how long am I expected to wait out here anyway? I'm sure the note said 4 p.m. Ah yes, the note slipped between the pages of my math book while I wasn't looking. As far as cliches go, I'm more of a fan of the letter in the locker, but at least this way shows a bit of initiative. As I ponder the meaning of the note, the snowfall gradually thickens. The snowflakes silently falling from the white painted sky are the only sign of time passing in this stagnant world. This dude's poetic as fuck. Their slow descent upon the frozen forest makes it seem like time has slowed to a crawl. The rustling of dry snow underfoot startles me, interrupting the quiet mood. Someone is approaching me from behind. Hisao, you came? Oh god, I can't. I bet it's a girl, and I can't really do a girl voice, I'm sorry. A hesitating, barely audible question. However, I recognize the owner of that dainty voice instantly. I feel my heart skip a beat. It's a voice I listened to hundreds of times, but never more than an eavesdropper to a conversation. She's probably telling you you're a weird fuck for eavesdropping. Turn to face his voice, the voice of my dreams, and my heart begins to race. Who is it? Who is that chick? Iwanako? I got a note telling me to wait here. It was yours? Damn it, I spent all afternoon trying to come up with a good line and that was the result. Dude, you suck. You're not even smooth. Like, you're poetic as fuck when you talk to yourself, but when you talk to chicks, you suck. Pathetic. Yeah, you're damn right. Yes, I asked a friend to give you that note. I'm so glad you got it. Oh my god, my chick voice is terrible. A shy, joyous smile that made me so tense I couldn't move a single muscle even if I tried. Boom, boom. My heart is pounding now. Fists are trying to burst out from my chest and claim this girl for itself. That'd be brutal. So, here we are, out in the cold. Once again, the wind stirs up the branches. The cacophonous noise is music to my ears. Iwakano flinches ever so softly against the gust of wind. It's probably because she's wearing a fucking miniskirt. God damn it, Japan. As it passes, she writes herself as if imported by some new confidence. Her eyes lock with mine and she lazily twirls her long, dark hair around her finger. All the while, the anxious beating of my heart grows louder. I don't want to see that again. God damn it. My throat is tight. I doubt I could even force a word if I tried. You see... Oh, fuck. You see? God damn it. I wanted to know if you'd go out with me. Oh, shit. I stand there, motionless, safe from my pounding heart. I want to say something in reply, but my vocal cords feel like they've stretched beyond the breaking point. Sal? I reached up to try to massage my throat, but suddenly sends spikes of blinding pain along my arms. Hisao? My whole body freezes, save for my eyes, which shoot up in terror. Oh shit, something happened. Hisao! The beating in my chest suddenly stops. I go weak at the knees. The world around me, the canopy of bare branches, the dull winter sky, Iwakana running towards me. All of these fade to black. What happened to the music? The last thing I remember before slipping away are the sounds of Iwakana screaming for help and the incessant clatter of branches above. Sorry. I was checking my microphone, making sure that it was supposed to not have music. Oh, yep, there we go. Four Leaf Studios presents Katawa Shoujo. I should probably be more serious about this, right? Dude just like in the hospital. I guess the music isn't bad. It's drawn pretty well. I'm pretty sure it is drawn, right? Yeah, it's gotta be. It's drawn decently, at least. Tick tock. Tick tock. Can it get on with the game, please? I'm sorry. I'm a little impatient. It's been 4 months since my heart attack. Dude had a heart attack at like, what, 16? Holy shit. Or maybe he's 18. I don't fucking know. And that whole time, I can probably count the times I've left this hospital room unsupervised on one hand. 4 months is a pretty long time when you're left alone with your thoughts. So I've had plenty of time to come to terms with my situation. Arrhythmia. I'm not sure what that is, I'm sorry. A strange word, a foreign, alien one that you don't want to be in the same room with. A rare condition. It causes the heart to act erratically and occasionally beat way too fast. It can be fatal. Well, I learned something new today. Apparently I've had it for a long time. They said it was a miracle that I was able to go on so long without anything happening. Is that really a miracle? I guess it was supposed to make me feel better, more appreciative of my life. It really didn't do anything to cheer me up. My parents, I think, were hit harder by the news than I was. They practically had 2 hemorrhages apiece. I had already had a full day by then to digest everything. To them, it was all fresh. They were willing to sell our house in order to pay for a cure. Of course, there isn't a cure. Because of the late discovery of this condition, I've had to stay at the hospital to regenerate from the treatments. Recuperate, my bad. When I was first admitted, it felt as if I was missed. For about a week, my room in the ward was full of flowers, balloons, and cards. But then the visitors soon dwindled, and all I got were get well gifts began to trickling down to nothing. Oh, sorry, I really fucked that one up. I realized that the only reason I had gotten so many cards and flowers was because sending me their sympathy had turned into a class project. Maybe some people were genuinely concerned, but I doubt it. Even in the beginning, I barely had visitors. By the end of the first month, only my parents came by on a regular basis. Iwakano was the last to stop visiting. Oh, Iwanako, my bad. After 6 weeks, I never saw her again. We never had that much to talk about when she visited anyway. We didn't touch the subject that was between us on that snowy day ever again. The hospital? It's not really a place I'd like to live in. The doctors and nurses feel so impersonal and faceless. I guess it's because they're in a hurry and they have a million other patients waiting for them, but it makes me feel uncomfortable. For the first month or so, I asked the head cardiologist every time I saw him for a rough estimate when I'd be able to leave. He never answered in anything in a straightforward way, but told me to wait and see if the treatment and surgeries worked. So, I idly observed the scar that surgeries left on my chest slowly change its appearance over time, thinking of it as some kind of omen. I still asked the head cardiologist about leaving, but my expectations are low enough now that I'm not disappointed anymore when I don't get a reply. The way he shuffles around the answer shows there's at least some hope. At some point I stopped watching TV. I don't know why. I just did. Maybe it was the wrong kind of escapism for my situation? I started reading instead. There was a small library at the hospital, although it was more like a storeroom for books. I began working my way through it, one small stack at a time. After consuming them, I would go back for more. I found that I liked reading, and I think I even became a bit addicted. I started feeling naked without a book in my hands. But I loved the stories. That's what my life was like. The days had become increasingly harder to distinguish from each other, differing only by the book I was reading and the weather outside. It felt like time blurred in some kind of gooey mess I was trapped inside of instead of moving within. A week could go by without me really noticing it. Sometimes I'd pause in realization that I didn't know what day of the week it was. But other times, all the things that surrounded me would painfully crash into my consciousness through the barrier of nonchalance I had set up for myself. The pages of my book would start to feel sharp and burning hot, and the heaviness in my chest would become so hard to bear that I had to put the book aside and just lay down for a while, looking at the ceiling as if I was going to cry. But that happened only rarely, and I couldn't even cry. Damn, I feel so bad for this guy. Today, the doctor comes in and gives me a smile. He seems excited, but not very. It's like he's trying to make an effort to be happy on my behalf. My parents are here. It's been a few days since I've last seen them. Both of them even sort of dressed up. Is this supposed to be some kind of special occasion? It's not a party. There's this ritual the head cardiologist has. He takes his time sorting his papers and setting them aside as just to make the point of the pointlessness of what he just did. Then he casually sits on the edge of the bed next to me. He looks me in the eyes for a moment. Hello, Hisao. How are you today? I don't answer him, but I smile a little, back at him. I believe that you can go home. Your heart is stronger now, and with some precautions, you should be fine. We have all your medication sorted out. I'll give your father fuck. Sorry. The doctor hands a sheet of paper to my dad, whose expressions turn wooden as he reads it quickly. So many. Oh, I need a voice for him. Hold on. So many. That sounds like the doctor. Whatever. I take it from his hand and take a look myself, feeling numb. How am I supposed to react to this? I mean, shit, at least you can go home. The absurdly long list of medications staring back at me from the paper seems insurmountable. They all blend together in a sea of letters. This is insane. Side effects, adverse effects, contradictions, and dosages are listed line after line with a cold precision. I try to read them, but it's so futile. I can't understand any of it. Attempting only makes me feel sicker. All this for the rest of my life? Every day? I'm afraid that's the best we can do at this point. However, new medications are always being developed, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that list fade over the years. Years? What kind of confidence booster is that? I'd have felt better if he hadn't said anything at all. Also, I've spoken with your parents, and we believe that it would be best if you don't return to your old school. What? Please calm down, Hisao. Listen what the doctor has to say. Oh, fuck, that was the dad. Please calm down, Hisao. Listen to what the doctor has to say. There we go. Calm down? The way he says it tells me he knew full well that I wouldn't like it. Am I going to be homeschooled? Whatever my concern shows is ignored. We all understand that your education is paramount. However, I don't think that it's wise to you to be without supervision. At least not until we're ensured your medication is suitable. So I've spoken to your parents about a transfer. It's a school called Yamaku Academy that specializes in dealing with disabled students. Disabled? What? Am I? There's a 24-hour nursing staff is only a few minutes away from a highly regarded general hospital. The majority of students live on the campus. Think of it as a boarding school of sorts. It's designed to give students a degree of independence while keeping help nearby. Independence? It's a school for disabled kids. Don't try to disguise the fact. If it was really that free, there wouldn't be 24-hour nursing staff. You would have to make a hospital nearby a selling point. Of course, that's only if you wanted to go. But your mother and I aren't really able to homeschool you. That sounds like I'm Obama. God damn it, I can't really think of a voice for him. We went out there and had a look a couple weeks back, but I think you'd like it. Looks like I really don't have a choice. Compared to Compared to other heart problems, people with your condition usually tend to live long lives. You'll need a job one day, and this is a good opportunity to continue your education. This is an opportunity. Don't call it an opportunity. Don't call it a goddamned opportunity. Damn, dude. Well, you should be excited at the chance to go back to school. I remember you wanted to return to school. Well, it's not the same one. Special school, that's an insult. That's what I want to say. It's a step down. It's not what you think. All the students there are pretty active in their own sort of way. It's geared towards students that can still get around and learn, but just need a little help. In one way or another. Your father's right. Oh, fuck, I think I just read Dad in the doctor voice. Fuck. This is all getting so hard. Your father's right, and many of the graduates of the school have gone on to do amazing things. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. One of my colleagues in another hospital, is a graduate. I don't care. A person doesn't have to be held back by their disability. That's what a disability is. I really hate that something so important was decided for me. But what can I do about it? A normal life is out of the question now. It's funny. I had always thought my life was actually kind of boring, but now I miss it. I want to protest. I want to blame this lack of reaction on shock or fatigue. I could easily yell out something now, something about how I can go back to school anyway. But no, I don't say anything. The fact is, I know that it's futile. I look around that room, feeling very tired of all this. The hospital, the doctors, my condition, everything. I don't see anything that would make me feel any different. There really isn't a choice. I know this. But the thought of going to a disabled school, what are those even like? As much as I try to put a positive spin on this, it's very difficult. But let me try. A clean slate isn't a bad thing. That's all I can think to get me through this. At least I have something. Even if it's a special school, it's something. It's a fresh start and my life isn't over. It would be a mistake just to resign myself to thinking that. At the very least, I'll try to see what my new life will look like.